You were born for greatness. There's a unique power within you waiting to be unleashed. This speech is your wake-up call, your guide, and your biggest cheerleader. So grab a notebook, find a comfortable spot, and let's dive into an experience that will set your heart and soul ablaze. Let's begin with the most profound question you'll ever ask yourself. What is your dream? Not just a fleeting thought, but the vivid heart-pounding vision that makes your spirit soar. Is it launching a business that transforms lives? Creating art that resonates across generations? Or perhaps it's something closer to home, like building a family filled with love or mastering a skill that's always called to you. Your dream is your personal masterpiece, and no matter how grand or humble it seems, it's the cornerstone of your purpose. Life has a way of dimming our dreams. The daily grind, work bills, endless responsibilities can bury that spark under layers of doubt and distraction. You might even feel guilty for dreaming when real life demands so much. But your dreams are not a luxury. They're your calling, the reason you're here, the blueprint for the life you're meant to live. Take a moment to close your eyes and picture yourself living your dream. Where are you? Are you standing on a stage, sharing your story with thousands? Are you in a cozy studio crafting something beautiful, or are you simply waking up each morning with a sense of peace, knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be? What do you see? What do you feel? That joy, that freedom, that sense of fulfillment. That's your North Star guiding you through every storm. Hold on to that feeling. It's the most powerful motivator you'll ever have. Dreams don't come with a guarantee, but they do come with a challenge. They demand action. Think about the people who inspire you. Consider someone like Serena Williams, who overcame countless obstacles to become a global icon. Or think of a local hero like the teacher who started a community program that changed lives. They didn't wait for permission or perfect circumstances. They started where they were with what they had, and you can too. Right now, grab your notebook and write down your dream. Be specific. Don't just say, "I want to be successful." Say, "I want to open a sustainable cafe that brings my community together by 2028. Or I want to write a novel that inspires young readers to believe in themselves." Clarity is power. When you name your dream, you give it life. Protecting your dream is just as important as naming it. Life will try to steal it with distractions, doubts, and naysayers. One way to keep it alive is by creating a visual reminder. Find images, quotes, or words that capture your vision and arrange them on a poster. Hang it somewhere you see every day: your bedroom, your desk, your mirror. This simple act keeps your dream front and center, even when chaos threatens to pull you away. Try it this week. And in the comments below, share one image or quote you chose. Let's inspire each other to keep our dreams alive. Now let's talk about the biggest obstacle standing between you and your dream: fear. Fear is a shapeshifter sneaking into your mind with whispers of doubt. It tells you you're not smart enough, not talented enough, not ready. I know that voice intimately. Years ago, I was offered a chance to speak at a major conference. It was the opportunity I'd dreamed of. But fear gripped me, my heart raced, my palms sweated, and a voice in my head screamed, "You'll fail, you'll look foolish." I almost turned it down, but I took a deep breath, said yes. And that moment changed my life. It taught me a crucial lesson. Fear is not a sign to stop, it's a sign you're growing. Fear means you're stepping out of your comfort zone where all transformation happens. Think of fear as a dragon guarding your treasure, your dream. You don't defeat it by running away, you face it one brave step at a time. Let's make this practical in your notebook. Write down one fear holding you back. Is it fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown? Now write one small action you can take to challenge it. If you're scared of starting a YouTube channel, your action could be recording a 30-second intro video today. If you're afraid of applying for a new job, your action could be updating your resume. These small steps shrink fear and build momentum. Think back to a time you overcame fear. Maybe it was your first day at a new school when you felt out of place but made a friend, or maybe it was asking for a promotion, heart pounding and realizing it wasn't so bad. You didn't feel ready, but you did it anyway, and afterward you felt unstoppable. That's the power you carry. Every time you face fear, you rewrite the story of what's possible. Let me share a story about my friend Lisa. Lisa dreamed of becoming a painter but was terrified of sharing her work. She worried people would criticize her or think she wasn't a real artist. For years, she kept her canvases hidden in her garage. One day she decided to face her fear and entered a local art show. Her hands shook as she hung her painting and she braced for judgment, but instead people connected with her work. One visitor even bought her piece on the spot. That moment transformed Lisa. Today she's a full-time artist exhibiting her work across the country. Her fear was real, but her courage was greater. What could happen if you took that leap? Fear often hides behind excuses. You might tell yourself, I'll start when I have more time, or I need more experience first. These are fear's disguises. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. The most successful people act despite fear. Take J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter while struggling as a single mom, rejected by 12 publishers before finding success. She didn't wait for courage. She wrote through the fear. You can too. This week I challenge you to do one thing that scares you. It doesn't have to be huge. Send an email to a potential mentor, share your work online, or try a new skill. Then, in the comments, tell us what you did and how it felt. Let's celebrate your bravery together. Fear's close companion is failure, and it's a tough one to embrace. Nobody likes failing, it stings, but failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every failure is a lesson, a stepping stone to your dream. The most successful people don't avoid failure, they learn from it. Consider Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said he hadn't failed. He'd just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Or think of Oprah Winfrey, fired from her first TV job because she was too emotional. These icons didn't let failure define them. They used it to grow. I've had my share of failures. When I launched my first blog, I poured my heart into it, writing posts I thought would inspire thousands. But after months, I had only a handful of readers. I felt crushed, like I'd wasted my time. Instead of quitting, I asked for feedback. Readers said the content was good, but hard to find. I learned about SEO, revamped my site, and kept writing. Within a year, that blog was reaching thousands. That failure wasn't a dead end. It was my teacher. To make failure your ally, reframe it. Instead of thinking I failed, think I learned something valuable. Analyze what went wrong and what you can do differently. Then act on that lesson and try again. Let's try an exercise. Think of a recent failure, big or small. Maybe you didn't get a job you wanted or missed a fitness goal. In your notebook, write down one lesson it taught you and one action you'll take next time. For example, if you bombed a presentation, your lesson might be that you need to practice more. Your action could be rehearsing your next talk 3 times. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you're in the game, daring to try. Here's a story to inspire you. My colleague Mark dreamed of starting a tech company. He built an app, invested his savings, and launched it with high hopes. But the app flopped. Users found it confusing. Mark was devastated, but he didn't give up. He surveyed users, redesigned the app based on their feedback, and relaunched. Today, his app has millions of downloads. His failure was the key to his success. Failure can feel personal, but it's not. It's just feedback, like a GPS recalculating your route after a wrong turn. The only true failure is giving up. This week, reflect on a past failure. How did it shape you? In the comments, share your story anonymously if you prefer. What did you learn? Let's normalize failure as part of the journey. Dreams are the spark, but discipline is the engine that drives them to reality. Motivation is like a sunny day, beautiful but fleeting. Discipline is what keeps you moving, rain or shine. It's choosing to work on your dream when you're tired, distracted, or uninspired. It's saying no to short-term pleasures for long-term gains. Discipline isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. Think of it as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The best way to build it is through small, consistent habits. Want to run a marathon? Start with a 10-minute jog daily. Want to write a book? Commit to 200 words a day, even if they're rough. These tiny actions compound, turning dreams into reality. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. Sarah dreamed of becoming a software engineer, but had no coding experience. She worked a demanding retail job, leaving little time for learning. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, she committed to studying code for 30 minutes, every night after work. Some nights she was exhausted, barely understanding the material, but she kept going. After 2 years, she built a portfolio strong enough to land a junior developer role. Today, she's thriving at a tech company, living her dream. That's discipline in action. To build discipline, start small. Pick one habit tied to your dream, like studying for 15 minutes daily. Link it to an existing routine, such as studying after dinner. Track your progress on a calendar or app, and celebrate milestones like treating yourself after 30 days. Right now, choose one small habit to start tomorrow. Write it down along with when and where you'll do it. For example, I'll write 100 words every morning at 7 a.m. at my desk. Share your habit in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable. Discipline also means saying no. If your dream is to start a business, say no to mindless scrolling or late-night TV binges. Protect your time like it's gold. One trick is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Answer that email. Make that call. Take that first step. These micro actions add up, building momentum. No one achieves greatness alone. You need a tribe, people who believe in you, challenge you, and lift you up when you fall. The right community can turn a flickering dream into a roaring fire. Think about your circle. Are they dream builders or dream breakers? Builders celebrate your wins and offer constructive feedback. Breakers often unintentionally doubt your goals or drain your energy. You don't have to cut people out, but prioritize those who inspire you to grow. Let me share a story about our viewer, James. James wanted to start a nonprofit to help homeless youth but felt overwhelmed and isolated. He joined a local entrepreneurship group where he found mentors who shared strategies and peers who cheered him on. One member even offered to fundraise for his cause. Today, James's nonprofit supports hundreds of kids, and he credits his community for giving him the courage to start. One connection can change everything. To build your tribe, seek mentors who've achieved your dream and ask for guidance. Join communities, online forums, local clubs, or events related to your passion. And give back by supporting others, creating a cycle of positivity. This week, connect with one person who can support your dream. It could be a friend, a colleague, or someone you admire online. Send a message like, "I'm working on my goal to start a podcast, and I'd love your advice." You'll be amazed at how many people say yes. Community isn't just about receiving, it's about giving. When you encourage someone else, you reinforce your own belief in what's possible. In the comments, share a word of encouragement for someone chasing their dream. Let's create a ripple effect. Time is your most precious resource. You can't buy more, borrow more, or save it for later. Every moment you spend is a choice toward your dream or away from it. The good news, you can take control of your time and make it work for you. Start by auditing your day. How much time goes to distractions, social media, TV, or worrying? Now imagine redirecting just 1 hour daily to your dream. That's 365 hours a year. Enough to learn a skill, build a business, or transform your health. Small shifts create massive results. One strategy is to work in focused bursts, like 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, repeating for a few cycles before a longer break. It keeps you sharp and prevents burnout. Another approach is to focus on high-impact tasks, those that create the biggest results, like practicing a craft or networking. My neighbor Emma dreamed of becoming a chef, but worked long hours as a cashier. She started dedicating 1 hour each evening to cooking new recipes, even after exhausting days. She'd experiment, fail, and try again, sharing her dishes online. A local restaurant noticed and offered her a part-time role. Today, Emma's a chef at a top restaurant, living her dream. That 1 hour a day was her game changer. For 1 week, track your time in 30-minute chunks. Use a notebook or app to log your activities. At the end, highlight time spent on your dream versus distractions. Then commit to reallocating 1 hour daily to a dream-aligned task. Share your plan in the comments. Let's do this together. Time management also means setting boundaries. Learn to say no to low-value activities. If your dream is to write a novel, decline that extra social event to protect your writing time. It's not selfish, it's strategic. Another tip is to schedule specific hours for your dream tasks, like 9 to 10 a.m. for learning a new skill. Treat these hours like appointments you can't miss. Confidence is the fuel that powers action. You don't need to be perfect to be confident. You just need to believe you're capable of growth. Doubt is universal even among the greats. The difference is confident people act despite doubt. I wasn't always confident. When I started public speaking, I'd stutter and sweat, convinced I was failing, but I kept going, learning from each talk. Over time, I realized confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about trusting you'll figure it out. Every speech, even the shaky ones, built my belief in myself. One way to boost confidence is to keep a record of your wins. Each day, write down one thing you did well. No matter how small, maybe you nailed a work task, cooked a great meal, or showed kindness. Over weeks, this record becomes proof of your strength. When doubt hits, read it and remember who you are. Let's try an exercise. Stand up, look in a mirror and say, I am capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. Say it 3 times with conviction. It feels awkward, but it works. Your brain believes the words you speak. Make them powerful. My friend Maya wanted to start a fitness coaching business but felt like an imposter because she wasn't super fit. She started small, offering free workouts to friends. Their positive feedback boosted her confidence, and she began charging for sessions. Today, Maya's a sought-after coach, helping hundreds. Her confidence grew through action, not perfection. Confidence also comes from preparation. If you're nervous about a big moment like a job interview or a performance, practice relentlessly. Rehearse your pitch. Visualize success and anticipate challenges. Preparation turns fear into readiness. In the comments, share one thing you're proud of this week. Let's celebrate your confidence. Chasing dreams can make you focus on what's missing. More money, more time, more skills. Gratitude flips the script, reminding you of the abundance you already have. It's not just feel-good fluff. Gratitude rewires your brain for joy and resilience. Research shows it reduces stress, boosts happiness, and even improves sleep. It's a superpower. Start each day by writing 3 things you're grateful for. They could be big, like a supportive partner, or small, like a sunny morning. Over time, you'll see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. My coworker John was stuck in a job he hated, chasing a promotion that never came. He started noting 3 things daily that brought him joy. Slowly, he rediscovered his passion for his work, not just the outcome. That mindset shift led to better performance, and he landed the promotion. Gratitude didn't just make him happier, it made him unstoppable. Right now, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's your health, a kind friend, or this moment to dream. Then in the comments, share one. Let's flood this space with positivity. Gratitude also builds resilience. When life knocks you down, gratitude helps you find the silver lining. During a tough year, I leaned on gratitude to stay grounded. Each night, I'd write one thing that went well, even if it was just getting through the day. Those small moments kept me going. Life is unpredictable. Setbacks, rejections, and curveballs are inevitable. Resilience is your ability to rise, not just to where you were, but to a stronger, wiser you. It's not about avoiding pain, it's about finding meaning in it. Think of Malala Yousafzai, who survived an attack to become a global voice for education, or Steve Jobs, fired from his own company only to return and revolutionize it. Their resilience came from purpose and perseverance. When I faced a health crisis, I thought my dreams were over. But I leaned on friends, focused on small actions, and rebuilt step by step. That experience taught me resilience is a skill, not a gift. To build resilience, reframe setbacks by asking what you can learn instead of why it happened. Prioritize self-care, sleep, eat well, and move to stay strong and seek support from your tribe. They'll lift you up. Think of a past challenge. How did it make you stronger? Write down one way you grew. That's your resilience shining. We've covered dreams, fear, failure, discipline, community time, confidence, gratitude, and resilience. But none of it matters without action. Today is your turning point. You don't need to change everything. Just take one step, pick one action from this speech, and do it within 24 hours. Write your dream, face a fear, start a habit, connect with someone, or practice gratitude. Then in the comments, tell us what you did. Let's hold each other accountable. Your journey will have ups and downs, but every time you choose to keep going, you're crafting a life of purpose. You are not your doubts. You are not your setbacks. You are a force capable of creating a legacy. Thank you for being here, for believing in yourself, and for joining this community. If this speech inspired you, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's keep growing together. In the comments, tell me what's your dream and what's one step you're taking today. You are unstoppable. Your time is now. Go make your dreams real.